Hello children. Now we are going to do our second exercise of lesson linear equation, that is 15th B. In the first exercise we have learned how to solve different types of linear equations. Fine. Now in this second exercise some situations are given and you have to make your own equation and then solve it and find out the value. Here the important part is to make a equation. Here I have stressed on making a equation only. Solving part you have to do, children. Only for few sums I have solved it, but remaining sums only I have given you the equation. You have to solve it and find out x value. Don't forget to complete the sums because I have done only the equation part. Because once you know the equation, the solving part we are already learned in the first exercise, so there won't be any difficulty in solving the equation. Here making a equation is a important part. So let us start with the first question. There are 45 sums in this exercise. I have taken the first 25 for this now. The remaining one we'll do in the next part of the lesson. So let us go to the first question. 17 less than 4 times a number is 11. Find the number. Now what is given? A number is given, and if you make it 4 times and if you subtract 17 from that, you will get 11. Fine. So we don't know the number. So what is the first thing we have to go to? We have to consider the number as x. Fine. So here I have done, let the number be x. Now what you have to do? It is told that 17 less than 4 times the number. So 4 times of that number is 4x, and 17 less of that means you have to take out 17 from that. So first you have to multiply that number with 4 so that it should be 4 times of that number, and from that you have to subtract 17. So 4 times of that number x is 4x. When you multiply 4 with x, you will get 4x. Subtract 17 from that, the answer should be 11. So this is our equation now. 4x minus 17 is equal to 11. Once you are ready with this equation, solving part you can do because you have practiced it in the previous exercise. Now solving only numbers to the right hand side and variables to the left. So 4x will be to the left and plus minus 11 will go to the right hand side and becomes plus 17. That gives us 28. So x value is 7. So the number which is told, that has to be 7. So if you make 4 times of that number, that is 7 4s are 28 minus 17 gives us 11. So we are correct. Now let us go to the second question of that. That is if 10 be added to 4 times a certain number, the result is 5 less than 5 times a number. Find the number. Now we don't know the number, so we have to consider that number as x. Now what you have to do? You have to make it 4 times. When you make it 4 times, that gives us 4x. And if you add 10 in that, so that will be 4x plus 10. That gives the value of this is equal to 5 times of that number less 5. So 5 times of that number will be x into 5 is 5x, and it is less 5 from that, so minus 5. So when you make 4 times of the number and add 10 in that, it is equal to 5 times of that number and subtract 5 from that. So the equation is 4x plus 10 is equal to 5x minus 5. Now this is the equation. The next part of solving I have not done because you can do it on your own. So solve that and you will get x value, and that is the number which we have to find out. Fine. Let us go to the third question. 2/3 of a number is 20 less than the original number. Find the original number. Okay. So what is told? If you make 2 upon 3 of the number, 2/3 part of that number, it is if you subtract 20 from the given number, so that will be the original number. So original number we have to consider as x. If you make 2/3 of that number, it will be 2 upon 3x. Fine. So the first number, original number, has to be x, and 2/3 of that number is 2x upon 3. Now the difference between them is 20. So from original number, if you subtract 2/3 number, the answer should be 20. So the equation is x minus 2x upon 3 is equal to 20. So this is the equation. Solve the equation, you will get the x value, that is the original number. Next is fourth one. A number is 25 more than its 5/6 part. Find the number. Now a given number, if you make 5/6 part of that number, so that is the original number is 25 more than that 5/6 part. So original number we have to consider as x. 5/6 of that number is 5x upon 6. Now the difference between them, it is 25. So x minus 5x upon 6, that gives us 25. Let us go to the next question. The next question which I have taken is fifth one. Only few sums from first to 25 I skipped. Remaining I have given all the equations, children. Fifth one is a number is as much greater than 21 is less than 71. Find the number. Now a number is there, a certain number is there. It is, if you add 21 in that or subtract that number from 71, that gives you the original number. Okay, so the original number is 20. How you have to do? You have to consider the number as x. If you add 21 in that, that gives you x plus 21. And if you subtract that number from 71, that gives you 71 minus x. So that if you do this, both the calculation, the number has to be there. So x plus 21 is equal to 71 minus x. So that is the equation. Solve that. Then sixth one. Sixth more than 1/4 of a number is 2/5 of the number. Find the number. So if you make 1/4 of a number and add 6 in that, that gives 2/5 of a number. Okay. So what is the equation? Let the number be x, and 1/4 of the number is x upon 4, and 2/5 of the number is 2x upon 5. So what is the equation given? So the equation has to be x upon 4 plus 6 is equal to 2x upon 5. That equation I have not written it there, children. For the sixth question, you can write on your own. The equation has to be x upon 4 plus 6 is equal to 2x upon 5. Now let us go to the next number question, that is seventh one. 1/3 of a number exceeds 1/4 of the number by 15. Find the number. Now you have to make 1/5 of a number and 1/3 of a number. Now how it will be? 1/3 number is x upon 3. 1/4 number is x upon 4. So which part will be more? 1/3 will be more. So x upon 3 will be more. So x upon 3 minus x upon 4, if you do, the difference between these two number is 15. So 1/3 is x upon 3, 1/4 is x upon 4. Subtraction of this number is 15. Now let us go to the eighth question. If 1/5 of a number decreased by 5 is 16. So if you subtract 6 from 1/5 of a particular number, that gives you 16. So we'll consider that number as x. 1/5 of a number is x upon 5. You have to subtract 6 from that. So minus 6. That gives you answer as 16. So the equation is x upon 5 minus 6 is 16. So how you will solve it? 6 will go to the right hand side and then add it, and then again 5 is divided, it will go and multiply it. Fine. So that solution part you have to do, children. Let us go to the 9th question. A number when divided by 6 is diminished by 40. So let the number be x. If you divide it by 6, so divide by 6 means make 6 parts of that. So x by 6. And what is that value of when you divide by 6? The number itself diminished by 40 means subtract by 40. So the value of 1/6 of the number is if you subtract 40 from the given number. So x upon 6 is equal to x minus 40. Now let us go to the next question, children. That is 10th one. 4/5 of a number exceeds 2/3 of the number by 10. So the number will be x. Now if you make 4 parts, 4 out of 5 parts, if you take 4, or if you take 2 parts out of 3, which will be more? 4/5 will be more. If you take 4/5, 4x upon 5, that is 4/5 part. 2/3 of x is 2/3 x. If you subtract 2/3 x from 3, you will get 10. So the equation will be 4x upon 5 minus 2x upon 3 will be 10. Solve that equation, you will get that particular number. Now next one is the two numbers are in the ratio of 3:4 and their sum is 84. Find the number. Now when the numbers are in the ratio is given, that is 3:4. So what will be the number? The first number will be 3x, second number will be 4x, and if you add them it has to be 84. So 3x plus 4x is 84. Add it, find out x value, and once you get the x value, multiply with 3, multiply it with 4. The same way the next question is also given. The numbers are in the ratio of 4:5:6 and the addition of this number is 135. Okay, so 4x plus 5x plus 6x is 135. Find out x value, then multiply with 4, 5 and 6 respectively. Now let us go to the 13th question of that I have solved for you, children. Two numbers are in the ratio of 3:5. Each number increased by 10. The ratio between the new number is 5:7. Now two numbers are there, that is in the ratio of 3:5. So the numbers will be 3x and 5x. Now both the numbers, this 3x and 5x, both are increased by 10. So how you are going to increase? Add 10 in that. So 3x plus 10, the first number, second number 5x plus 10. So we got the new numbers, those are increased one. Now when you add, subtract, the ratio is going to change. It won't be the same as 3:5. So the ratio becomes 5:7 when you add 10 in both the numbers. So how you are going to write the ratio? First, original numbers are added numbers are 3x plus 10 upon 5x plus 10. The ratio becomes 5/7. Now the equation is 3x plus 10 by 5x plus 10 is equal to 5/7. To solve it, we have to do the cross multiplication. 7 with 3x plus 10, 5 with 5x plus 10. So x value I'll get 5. Now to find out the numbers are 3x and 5x. To find out, multiply 3 with 5 and 5 with 5. The numbers are 15 and 25. This is our 13th question, children. Let us go to the 14th one. The number is, the sum of 3 consecutive odd number is 75. Find the number. Now see, what are the consecutive number? The numbers which comes one after another are consecutive numbers. So after 4, what is the next consecutive number? 5. After 5 it is 6. After 6 it's 7. Now these are cardinal number. Now if it is odd numbers or even numbers, the difference between them will be +2, isn't it? If one number, first even number is 2, the next even number will be 4. So the difference between them is 2. The next number will be 6. So the difference will be again 2. So whenever you are finding consecutive even numbers or odd numbers, you have to add 2 in these numbers. So if you are considering first number as x, it is odd number. So if the first number is x, the second odd number will be, in that you have to add 2. So second number will be x plus 2, and the third number will be x plus 4, because in the original number you have to add 4. Now if you add all these three numbers, the first number, second number, third number, it gives you 75. So the equation will be x plus 2 plus x plus 4 gives you 75. Solve this, you will get x value. Once you get the x value, you can find out the second and third number also. Next is question number 15 now. Divide 25 in two parts such that 7 times the first part added to 5 times the second part makes 139. Now listen to the explanation carefully, children. Now there are two numbers. Fine. There is 25 and you have to divide 25 into two parts. Okay. So how you can divide in two parts? It can be 1 and 24. It is 25. It can be 2 and 23. It can be 3 and 22. Anyhow. But see, when you do the first part, we will consider that as x. The second part will be 25 minus x, isn't it? So there the first part will be x. The second part will be 25 minus x. Now you have to make 7 times first part. So 7 times means you have to multiply the first part with 7. So 7 times first part is 7x, and 5 times the second part. So second part is 25 minus x. 5 times means you have to multiply that with 5. Now if you add these two numbers, when you make first part 7 times, second part 5 times, that gives you 139. Now write the equation. 7 times of the first part is 7x. 5 times of the second part is 5 in the bracket 25 minus x, and that gives you 139. Fine. Then solve that and you will get the equation, children. Answer, children. Next is question number 17. 16 I skipped. It is same. You can do on your own. 17 is the denominator of a fraction is 4 more than its numerator. On subtracting 1 from each numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 1 upon 2. Find the original fraction. So how do you write fraction? In the form of numerator and denominator. What is told? The denominator is 4 more than the numerator. So if numerator is 1, the denominator has to be 5. 1 plus 4. So here we don't know the number. We are going to consider numerator as x. And what is the denominator? 4 more than that. So it will be x upon 4. So when we write this in form of fraction, how it will be? X as numerator's place and x plus 4 as denominator place. Now what is told? You have to subtract 1 from numerator and 1 from denominator. So both from 1 if you do subtract, so numerator becomes x minus 1 and denominator becomes x plus 3. Now how you are going to write it? The fraction x minus 1 and x up plus 3. So this is the fraction. What is the new fraction after this? 1 upon 2. Now the equation is x minus 1 by x plus 3. That gives you 1 upon 2. Now you can solve this equation. Find out the x value. That will be numerator. Add 4 in that. That will be denominator. And then you have to write it in the form of fraction. Fine. Now let us go to the next question. That is 20th. 18th and 19th you have to do on your own, children. 20th. What same number should be added to each one of the numbers 15, 23, 29, 44 that to obtain the numbers which are in proportion. Children, you have learned how to write the numbers in proportion. A is to B is same as C is to D. Like that we used to write it. Fine. Now what is told? there are four numbers, that is 15, 23, 29 and 44. In all these four numbers you have to add one number, any one number which gives you the proportion of these numbers. So we'll consider that we are going to add x in all these four numbers. So when we add x in all these four numbers, what are the numbers? The first number will be 15 plus x, second number will be 23 plus x, third will be 29 plus x, fourth will be 44 plus x. Now these are in proportion after adding x. So how you are going to write it in proportion? 15 plus x upon 23 upon x is equal to 29 plus x is upon 44 plus x. We have learned this how to write it in proportion in 7th standard. Now we'll solve this. So this is the equation what we got. We have to cross multiplication of 15 plus x into 44 plus x and 29 plus x into 23 plus x. So solve the bracket, open the bracket. 15 is multiplied with the second bracket, x is again multiplied with second bracket. To the right hand side, 29 is multiplied with the second bracket, x is also multiplied with the whole bracket. When you solve it, you will get x value as 1. So 1 has to be added in all these four numbers. So it will be, the new obtained number will be in the proportion. Fine. Let us go to the question number 21. That is, the sum of two numbers is 110. 1/5 of the larger number is 8 more than 1/9 of the smaller number. Find the numbers. Now listen to it carefully, children. There are two numbers. We have done this in the previous sum also. If one number we are considering as x, the second will be the given number minus x. So we are going to consider the first number as x and the second number will be 110 minus x, isn't it? So when if I tell you the numbers, two numbers addition is 6, if the first number is 4, what is the second number? 6 minus 4. Okay, the same way we are going to do it here. The first number is x, second number will be 110 minus x. So the first number which we are considered, that x is a larger number, and the second number which we have subtracted, that is smaller number. Now what is told? 1/5 of the larger number. Now the larger number is x, divide by 5, you will get 1/5 of the number. 1/9 of the smaller number is 110 minus x. If you multiply with 1 upon 9, you will get 1/9 of the number. Now if you subtract 8 from the first number, then you will get the equal number of second number. So how you are going to write the equation? X upon 5 minus 8 is equal to 1/9 110 minus x. Now solve the equation. Open the bracket to the right hand side, left hand side let it be as it is, and 1 upon 9 into 110 and 1 upon 9 into x. That gives you 110 upon 9 plus 8. So this left hand side minus 8 comes to the right hand side, it becomes plus 8, and right hand side x upon 9 goes to the left hand side and that becomes plus x upon 9. Now once you get this equation, you can solve it. You will get x value as 65. So what we are considered as x? That is larger number, and the smaller number is 110 minus 65, that is 45. So we got both the numbers. One is 65, the other is 45. Together they are 110. Fine. Now let us go to the next question, that is 23. 23rd question is, a right angle triangle having perimeter 120 centimeter has its two perpendicular sides in the ratio of 5:12. Find the length of its side. Now it is a right angle triangle. The two sides, the two legs are in the ratio of 5:12, and the perimeter of this is 120 centimeter, and we have to find out all three sides. Now for perimeter we know two sides, that is one is in 5x and the other is 12x. We don't know the third side, so let us first find out the third side. Now here we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. What the Pythagoras says? He says that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the other two legs. Now what is the two legs? 5x and 12x. So square of that number is 25x plus 144x, and if you add this you will get 169x square. Root of these two is 13x. So the hypotenuse, that is third side of that right angle triangle, is 13x. Now the perimeter is given 120. We know the first two sides are 5x and 12x. Third side, that is hypotenuse, we got as 13x. So if you add all these three, it should be 120. So when you add it, 30x is equal to 120, x value as 4. Now the sides are into ratio of 5:12:13. Multiply all this with 4, you will get the side as 20 centimeter, 40 centimeter and 52 centimeters. Now let us go to the one more question of that is 25th now. The length of a rectangular plot of a land exceeds its breadth by 23 meters. If the length is decreased by 15 and the breadth is increased by 7, the area is reduced by 360 meters square. Find the length and breadth of the plot. Now listen children, breadth and length are not given, but the relation between them is given. A rectangular plot is there, breadth we are going to consider as x, and the length is always greater than the breadth, so it is 23 more than the breadth, so length becomes x plus 23. So consider breadth as x and length as x plus 23. Now the area of this will be x into x plus 23. This is the original rectangle. Now there is changes in the dimension. You have to increase the length, you have to decrease the length by 15. So the length is x plus 23. From that subtract 15, that is x plus 8, and increase breadth by 7. So increase breadth by 7 means x plus 7. So that is new breadth. Now we have the original rectangle with the dimension x and x plus 23, and the new rectangle with the dimension x plus 8 and x plus 7. Now the difference between these two areas is 360. So the original one is greater by 360. So to make these two areas equal, we will find out the areas of both. X plus 23 is the original, x plus 8, x plus 7 is the new one dimension. If you subtract 360 from the original, it will be equal. Now solve the equation. X into x plus 23 gives you x square plus 23x, and then multiplication of x plus 8 and x plus 7 gives you x square plus 7x plus 8x plus 56. X square and x square from right and left hand side will cancel. You will get x value as 52, and that is the breadth of that original rectangle. And what is the length? Plus 23. So 75 centimeter is the length of that particular rectangle. So I have solved 25 sums for you children. Whatever equations are given, you have to solve it. Only few sums I have solved fully. For other sums I have given only equation children. You have to solve them and get the answer. Complete these 25 sums. In the next part of the lesson I am going to do the next remaining 20 sums. Till then, take care. Bye.